You are listening to Grammy's Rocket Chair on RLM Radio.
The girl of your dreams has got to be in some bar.
Sorry, boys and girls, but this is X-rated. So if you're under 18...
Get out, goddammit!
Get the point? Good.
And now?
Bend over.
Y'all ready for this?
Get it up. Get it up. I can't wait anymore.
I like to watch.
Whatever you desire. I know you like it.
We do it all night long.
And now, your host, Grammy.
Now you should be hearing me, Slim Jim. Why don't you hear me? Because I hadn't pushed the start button yet. That's why. Excuse me. I went into all kind of weird pollen areas. Well, weird for me this weekend. So I got a bit of a, yeah. Oh, well, guess what? Y'all are listening to Grammy's Rocket Chair here on RealLibertyMedia.com, Channel 3. Also on the RLMradio.xyz site and lots of other RLM places. And it is a whack-a-doodle Wednesday, and there is all kind of whack-a-doodliness going on out there. So welcome aboard, all you whack-a-doodles. I truly do appreciate you joining in on this. Yeah, I've been checking out some of this shit on the internet. I know, I dropped an S-bomb right off the bat. And, you know, it's like, holy macanoli. Where do these people come from? That's what I want to know. I gotta do this right off the bat before I say hey there to anybody. Because this is from the leftist of the day. I shared it just a little bit ago over on the RLM chat. So, they say that Hurricane Irma is headed for Miami. Did you realize that 70% of Miami is Latino, Hispanic, or Cuban? 44% of the Haitian population in the U.S. resides in Miami. Miami is like Houston, in which it is flourishing economically. Quinky dink. Trump wants them off our land. So what better way than to flood them out? Read between the lines, people. Are you shitting me? Wow, y'all give him a hell of a lot more. Have you seen the guy? Have you taken a look at this guy? I mean, he's got a dead squirrel on the top of his head, and half the time he looks like an Oompa Loompa, all orange. Really? And you're giving him credit for that? Damn. I'm impressed that you can be such overachievers in that kind of shit, because it's like, whoa, that's an overachiever on the wackadoodliness. So, I'm just going to share that as a wackadoodle. There you go. You're at wackadoodle overachiever. There you go. Okay, yeah, and yeah, here comes the rain again. Yeah, that was the Eurythmics. I like Annie. Am I touching buttons? What? Don't tell me. Huh? I am broadcasting, aren't I? I think I am. I got buttons. Oh, you do, Tom? Well, shame on you. Yeah, I'm always pushing buttons somewhere. Yeah, yes, Irma is a racist against Haitians now and Cubans. I didn't know Haitians was a race. I thought it was a human race. It was involved in a rat race, and it's just a bunch of different ethnicities and cultures. And, okay, some of them stayed in the easy bake oven of life a little bit longer, so they have that natural tan going on. But other than that, you know, there's some people that came out like not quite finished, you know, actually looking like bread dough. You know, they're a little on the pale side. So, yeah, y'all are just nuts. If you ever stop to think that, you know, when you get a blood transfusion, do they separate it by, ooh, no, this one has darker skin color. We can't let that blood go into someone that's got lighter skin color, because, dang, they might get darker skin color. You ever stop think that maybe, just maybe, if people would quit worrying about skin color, there'd be more important shit you could worry about, like where's the next roller coaster ride and who's the next person we need to drop kick through the goalposts of life, you know, that kind of shit. Or maybe not. Oh, well. Trumpelstiltskin eating a Big Mac. That's what's wrong with him. And a Diet Coke. Oh, dude, seriously, you don't want to be POTUS for long, do you? That shit'll kill you. It will. That's bad juju. Excuse me. Oh, Trump is a racist against hurricanes. What's wrong with being a racist against hurricanes? That's what I want to know. Huh? Okay, let me see. Check my notifications over here on Twitter. Oh, Margaret Sanger, that lovely. What is that, Jim? What are you? Okay. I don't even remember what I said to him, but okay. Thanks, Jim, for saying you're good with that as well, because I really don't remember what I said. Oh, it's okay. I've, blinked since I commented on his post over here on Twitter. Mind wipe. Okay, let's see. I got 352 stalkers over here on Twitterville. And, yeah, now there's anti-Israeli rally in where? No Zionists, no KKK. Resisting fascists all the way. Oh, hey, that's a rick'em, rack'em, ruck'em, ruck'em, get that ball and really fight kind of thing, ain't it? Kind of, sort of, maybe. Hi, Gary L. Double X flares. Whee! Yeah, them hurricanes. What? Who's this? Oh, hey, Nuge. I see Nuge. Sorry, I'm scrolling and I'm playing and it's like, stop it. Okay. Thank you, Barman and Freedom's Network, for tweeting me over there on that Twitter. Truly do appreciate it. Also, over here on this Freedom's Network, I see Grammy is over here. Thank you, darling, for sharing that I am live. That's kind of scary that I am live. No, this is not Memorex. It's not a rerun, just in case you're listening, Free Enslaved. Of course, if you listen later, then it will be a rerun. So, hey, I'm telling you, it's not a rerun when it's a rerun. This could be fun. This is like messing with your mind. Over here in the corner pocket, I see Poxified is over here. I also see Fluke. And I see Kozu just shot the duck. Damn it. I got a duck earlier today in the RLM. Us overachiever, let me tell ya. Okay, over here on Fakey Book. Gary L is over here. Hey, Gary L, and thank you for sharing that over here. I truly do appreciate it, hon. Say hey to Gigi's boo for me. Give her a big ol' smoochie and hugs. And now, where you're all waiting, because, y'all need to be in the RLM chat if you want to give me shit, because I really do kind of, sort of, almost pay attention over there. Oh, hi. Hi, Slim Jim. What's that? Pokes version 2. Ah, Fleet, did you just get poked? Or did I get poked? Oh, sorry, hon, didn't feel a thing. Oops. That's the one thing that guys don't ever want to, or, if a girl says, is it in yet? Ooh, you don't want to say that to a guy. Talk about a wilter. Ooh, that's not good. Okay, now that I've been naughty. Pew, pew, pew. Honey, there's no duck over here in the RLM yet. Quack, quack, waddle, waddle, quack, quack, waddle, waddle. Ducks are over in the corner pocket, or at least there was, but Kozu beat me to it. Turkey. Okay, over here on the RLM, Barman, right up top, the most splendiferous bot in the whole wide world. I know, rascal. My kitty-cat's on my lap, giving me levins. Are you going to help me tonight, or are you just going to pin cushion my legs again? Probably pin cushion my legs. Do Twitter and Facebook suck? I don't know, honey. I've never had the opportunity to find out. But was it good for you? Ha ha. Okay. No, I know you're a happy camper. You're needing the bread dough, but stop that. It hurts. Grimner is over here. Who is the RLM god? Don't you know? Over here. Yeah. Hey, Grammy. How you doing today? Long time no chitty chat. I know. I've been away. I've been family vacating, if you can call it that. Life sucks. It does. Really? Whose life? Oh, not mine. Mine's kind of cool. Good one, Grammy. I'm done. Wow, that was fast. That's Hollywood Nights. Yeah. Get done before you even get back there. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay. Moosey! Hey, Moosey, how was your weekend, woman? I saw that you was out festying. I was out familying. Having fun, too. And I ate so much that it's a good thing that the next day that I wore expando pants. Elastic waist. I wore stretchy pants because there was lots of food at the family get-together, and I partook of a lot of it. Oh, well, the lovely Kate is here. Hey there, Kate. How you doing? Sweetie, if you need a place to bunk your puppies, you know, if you have to bug out or something, I got lots of room. Lot. You could actually come up here, because I even have a couple of spare bedrooms if you need. I'm not that far. Just a couple states away. I also see Asmo. Hey, Asmo, how you doing? Also see the lovely Beth Z is here. Hey, Beth. Wonderful conversation earlier today. Thank you ever so much. But, you know, at work and phones, and yeah, I got a little bit busy and didn't get to come back and play for a while. I also see BTC Bob is over here. The first of the how many Bobs are in the house? Oh, there's one more Bob. We'll get to him here in a minute, though. Yeah, Grim's quick. Yeah, it's not supposed to say that out loud. Oops. Hi, Chalcedony. How you doing, honey? Hope you're having an absolutely splendiferous Whack-A-Doodle Wednesday. And Chloe the hippie. You know, Chloe, honey, you know, I understand that you wish to vent your frustrations on the orange one, the Oompa Loompa in charge. I get that. I don't really care for him either, but, you know, he seems to think that he can play like he's fearless leader. And, you know, if he wants to play like he's fearless leader, well, you know, what the hey. He don't lead me. Or maybe I should say I don't follow. But, you know, please don't suggest that I bump uglies with him, because, man, he's just, whoa, I don't want to go there. Okay? I do have standards. They may not be real high because I'm kind of short, but I'll let you just, you know, give that to somebody else. That pleasure, whatever. I don't know if his wife's even doing that anymore. I'm here, kind of, sort of, and I also see IB Don C. And Don, did you have puppies over the weekend? Well, not you, but your mama puppy. Did she have puppies over the weekend? Puppies! I haven't seen any puppy pictures. I know I've been gone for a few days, but that's no reason to not send me puppy pictures. Oh, yeah. Java Doctor 2 is in the house. Hey, Java, how's things in your world? You're in Ohio, right? I heard Irma's bigger than Ohio. Watch out, honey. Irma might be gunning for ye. JJ's, hi, JJ's. How's things in Scotland? I know, I can't do the Scottish accent. I could try, but I would totally suck, and then JJ would probably want to gouge my eyeballs out or something weird like that, and we can't go there. So, how's things, JJ? How you doing? Juana Taco is here. That does sound yummy, and you know there were no tacos to be found at the family get-together. Just sloppy joes and watermelon and salads and peaches, fresh Colorado peaches. And biscuits and gravy for breakfast. And oh, yeah, I'm starting to feel full again already. North Force is here. Hey, North Force, thank you for not blowing so darn hard today. I truly appreciate that as well. Trump hating is fashionable. Well, I don't, you know, my children told me I stepped off the fashion train, Slim Jim. But, you know, and I could give a shit less what other people do. I don't really hate him because I know he serves a purpose. So, you know, I can't really hate the guys, just like I can't really hate Dangleberry either. I don't like him, don't like the way he acts or the way he talks, But, he served a purpose. He really woke my sorry ass up. That's for damn sure. Talk shit about Trump and everyone will friend you on Feedbook. Nah. I talk shit about all of them. Because they're politicians, which basically, to my mind, that means that they are walking, talking, defecation-filled meat suits. Or no, they're defecation suits, not meat suits. I stand corrected, or sit corrected. Rain! Hi, rain! Rain is falling everywhere, but here, we need rain. Virtue signaling. What is virtue signaling? Does that mean that you get out there and you do smoke signals with your virtues? I don't know that I have any left. I think I used them all up already. RLM Fluke, who is the Vanna White of the RLM chat room. Hey there, Flukey, how you doing, hun? Rob Works. Hey, Rob, where's the bubbler, hun? I ain't seen no bubbler. Tiny bubbles in the chat. Where you at, Rob? Tip Bob, the other Bob in the Bob Twins, is here, as well as Fedbook. Yes, I know, sweetie, but in case you haven't noticed, I like to mispronounce things just because there's a lot of shit out there that they say, this is the way it works, and these words, we're going to play magical spells on you with them. And so I like to mispronounce them on purpose, just so I can call them ultramaroons morons. Don't you know? Polish Polish shit stains. That's what they are. They're Polish shit stains. Grammy. Not shit chans. Shit stains. Kind of like shitlery. Uh-oh, Chloe the hippie just pinged out. Dang it, Chloe. What the hey? Trust no one. The untrusting guy that's over here. Although I think he trusts himself from time to time, but I'm not going to swear to that. I also see Phantom. Hey, Phantom. Thank you once again for the intro blurb. I really do enjoy that, honey. Beetle! How you doing, Beetle? I hear or I seen you had a date with a honey. With a hottie. Way to go, dude. I've had a couple of dates myself. Like September the 5th and September the 6th. And those are dates, right? Lies! Lies! What's lies? Lies? Maybe I should have played Three Dog Night Liar. Okay, moving along. Bin Chicken is here. Bin Chicken. I was looking on the U.S. Postal Service's website today, calculating postage for some parts that we were shipping to another dealership. And did you know when you go there... Oh. Why do we call them morons when they are more off? I don't know, but they are more off-kilter. That's true, Tom W. In any case, on the U.S. Postal Service, they had 3 categories when you were shipping things priority mail. They had, let's see, not day-old poultry, and hazardous materials. I kid you not. I tell you what, I will just go there and I'll open up that site right now. Because I was like, are you kidding me? USPS.com. There you go. I mean, it was like, are you, what? Really? Seriously? So, I'm going to do a postage calculator. Let's see. No, that's not where I wanted to go. Okay, click here to calculate postage. So, come on, click here to calculate postage. Okay, I'll click there. I'm pushing buttons, Grim. Oh, wait, no, I didn't want to go there. Never mind. Okay, let me go back. Here, we'll go here. Okay, mail and ship. So, calculate price. Okay. And let's see. I want to ship from. I'll ship from my work zip, and I'll ship to. Let's see if that's a real zip code. Okay. Not yet. Y'all gotta see this shit. It's live animals other than day-old poultry. Day-old poultry or hazardous materials. I'm not kidding you. That's what it says here. It's like, what the hell? Who in the hell is sending live critters or day-old poultry through priority mail or flat rate? It's just, wow. Who came up with these stupid questions? It's like, oh my God. I just, yeah. Oh well, I got to get back to saying hey. Gary L joined. Hi, Gary L. How you doing, hun? Okay, where am I at? Oh, I was at Frumpy and Ben Chicken. Oh, hi, Dimma. Dimma is pretty sharp feller. Dimma. And Frumpy. Frumpy always shares some fun critter pics and critter videos, and I absolutely love them. Thank you for sharing that kind of stuff, Frumpy. Jehovah won. Jehovah's decided that Jehovah is going to smite or smote the whole Gulf Coast region. And maybe just track right up that eastern seaboard as well, just for shits and giggles. Well, Jehovah, you know, I can think of a place that deserves some smiting or some smoting. It's called D.C. Why don't you go smite that place? I wouldn't mind. Kozoo is in the house. Double dipping a Kozoo, actually, over in the corner pocket and here in the RLM. And looky there, the lovely Miri B from Down Under. How's the weather down there, sweetie? It's been, you know, seasonably cool, or unseasonably cool, I should say. For out here in the boonies, this time of year, it's normally hotter than Hobbsy hell. But it's, you know, in the upper 70s, low 80s. It's like, whoa. Which someone told me we're going to have an early freeze, and I said, nope. Tell Mother Nature she's not allowed to do that. Because I still got cucumbers on the vine, and I got a boatload of tomatoes I haven't picked yet, and I even got some peppers that are still set on, and they're not ready to pick yet. So no freezes yet. I also see Nelson Dubois is here. Hey, Nelson Dubois. Oop. Yawa, however you pronounce that, has just left free note. See ya, babe. I don't know what the heck what you are, but see ya. Government worker. Oh, well, that makes sense, Slim Jim. Government workers. Poxified. Hi, sweetie. How you doing this evening? Hope you're doing totally, whack-a-doodle. Yeah, there you go. That sounds like a good way to be on a Wednesday. Pon sauce is here. Oh, it's beautiful down there. Snowing down south, though. Well, thank you, Mary B, for that weather update. You and I are having beauty-muss weather. I think it should stay this way. But the problem with that is then everybody and their dog will want to move here, and I don't want all them crazy people here. We kind of like it small and quiet around here, around these parts. Oh well, Pon sauce is here, as well as Sock Puppet. Hey, Sock. I saw that picture you shared yesterday. That really did look an awful lot like my baked spaghetti. Only my baked spaghetti isn't, really kind of, it's more, you cut it almost like lasagna. It's pretty tasty, though. Slim Jim Flim is here. I've been chitty-chatting with Slim Jim. We've been having a little verbal tete-a-tete or cybernetic chit-chat-tatter-tat. And you know what? To round out the crew, the one, the only, the Tom W11. And the 11 is an angelic number. Why aren't you 1111? That would be cool. Or not. You can be Tom W11. That works for me too. Oh well, that is everybody over here in the RLM chat as far as I can tell, at least. Unless someone else snuck in on me. Nope, don't see that anybody else snuck in on me. So, Time to get to some wackadoodliness. Don't you think? Like that whole postage calculator thing. Really? Who in the hell? Y'all are weird. Y'all are weird. 5G seeks to connect all aspects of our daily lives. Well, thank you for putting that in my pocket. I didn't put that in my pocket. Thank you, pocket, for putting that there. Not. So, I think I'm going to start off with the most wackadoodly thing that I have run across in quite a while. And that's actually saying quite a bit. And when I saw this, I instantly had to go to the About page just to see, is this just coming right out there and saying, yes, we are a snark site. We are going to put all kinds of obnoxious stuff out there that really isn't true, but we're going to have fun with it and word it to where Grammy will read it and go, wow, is that really true? That could be true. I know people that are just about that intelligent. Holy shit. But no, I didn't see anything about the About site or about any of that fun stuff over there. So maybe y'all can tell me, but I'm just going to read this like it's about as true as everything else on the internet. How's that sound? This is over on worldnewsdailyreport.com. Did you know that there is a 17-year-old teenager that is suing his parents for being born white? I'm not kidding. It's right there. Great big headline. It's like, what the, huh? You gotta be, really? I'm thinking this special little snowflake needs some help. Apparently in St. Louis, a 17-year-old is undertaking one of the most controversial lawsuits in the history of the country. He is suing his own biological parents for being born white because he claims to have suffered his whole life from the shame of being born white. Now, number one, sweetheart, this picture that I see here that is supposedly of you, looking at your skin tone and looking at what you're wearing, the undershirt that you're wearing is white. You are kind of a pale beige. You are not white. Okay? When I was a kid, I'd spend hours in the shower trying to wash the white off my skin. But it would never go away. Really? Did you try a wire brush? Ugh. Isn't there enough white people on this planet already? Haven't we inflicted enough suffering, racism, and oppression in this world? He asked reporters. Well, sweetheart, I would like to ask you that question as well, because have you inflicted any suffering on another individual? Have you inflicted oppression on another individual? I'm not going to ask you about the racism thing because you're already throwing that race card out there just with bitching about being a whiter shade of pale. His parents admit that they were completely in shock when they learned that their son had hired a lawyer against them. We just want to end this nonsense and we want him to come back home. We love you, whatever the color of your skin, pleaded his mother on camera, which, maybe Mom and Dad, maybe you just need to set him up with a full body henna tattoo. Or get him a lifetime supply of tanning bed sessions. I'm sure you won't have to pay for long because those things are kind of hazardous to your health. But, if he wishes to be of darker pigmentation, that's the way to do it, or one way. Or get tattoos. There you go. Tattoos, you can do lots of color on your pale-ish canvas. Dumbass. Oh, well. To go on with this, the young man's lawyer, shyster, shitstick, walking, talking defecation in a meat suit, His lawyer, Robert Hoffman, claims his client has suffered severe psychological distress, symptoms of depression, and suicidal tendencies because what he called the burden of white privilege. Honey, if you've got white privilege going on, you share some of that with me, because I ain't. Only privileges I've got are privileges that my mom hasn't revoked, because she's the only one that can revoke privileges in my world, because she scares me. My client did not choose to live this kind of life. Well, honey, you know, there is a thought process out there, a belief system, that says that before you're born, you choose your parents. Oh, I'm thinking that this is a bullshit site. I really am, because I now see the article about the tornado that carried a mobile home 130 miles with the family inside unharmed. Yeah, this is a bullshit thing, but I know some people that would be just about this moronic. Whew, I'm going to play with this anyway, because, yeah, morons are on parade, apparently. I did see a statue being removed in Dallas earlier today. Apparently the Butt Pucker Brigade has won another argument by going, oh, yeah. Anthony Dwight, who plans to change his name to Jamal Freeman, is asking that his parents pay for the $20,000 skin coloring treatment he needs to turn his skin color to dark black. Go lay out on a beach, honey. His lawyer argued in court that $20,000 is a low price to pay to positively change this young man's life, considering the suicidal tendencies of his client and the profound feeling of shame and despair his client has faced since birth. Well, can I get a collective oh yeah from the audience? He's a pasty little feller. Hi, Gooberzilla. Open borders, free welfare. Have you ever noticed that they have signs in public parks? You know, those national parks that are supposed to be public land, but you get told what you can and can't do on public land, which I always thought the public was us. In any case, they have all these signs that say, please do not feed the animals because we don't want them to become dependent. Yes, Beth Z, they have lost the borders of their mind. They have very squishy edges now. Irma and Jose. Oh, Jose has a big holio in the middle. Hurricane threat officially taken to the next level. Really? Officially. I didn't know hurricanes could threaten someone, but, you know, didn't know they were quite that verbal. Let's see, what else is going on over here? Yes, sue them for being born you know, it is their fault. Although I have said on several occasions that when they were passing out brains up there in heaven, I went, trains, no thanks. I get motion sick. See, that's what happens when you have hearing issues from too much head banging and jamming and whatever. Thank you, Grim, for sharing that. Assumes all responsibility for the satirical nature of its articles and or the fictional nature of its content. Thank you, Grimmy. Although, you know, seriously, there are probably people out there in this world that would be just that whack-a-doodliness. You know? Take enough, but only take what you need. See, and there are so many people out there that think that they need more than everybody else. They want that bigger half. Obviously, they're not real good with math. Obviously. Gorillion. What's gorillion? Is that like a whole bunch of furry primates? I'm just curious. I'd never heard such a thing. If you made up the word, it's like booyah, bonus round to you. Because I may have to just use that word again. Derp-de-derp-de-derp. Okay, I'll put this over here on this effing side as well, so everybody else can go derp-de-derp as well. So. La la la. Okay, where else? Yeah, I know. Hurricane Irma, Jose, Hosby, Josie. What's the other tropical depression out there, or whatever the hell? To me, it looks like they're lining up to have a good time with the peninsula of this country. All them there storms. And then we got the perfect storm of them sun bursts, solar flares. Although it was very pretty. I saw the video of it. It's very pretty. But yeah, I'll see if I can say that tomorrow. Oh, a herd of gorillas? Oh, goodness. That lot. A herd of gorillas. So don't send them my way, because my bananas, I had to stick them in the freezer because they were really, really overripe. So this weekend I'm going to make banana bread. In any case, okay, I'm going to go back to my pocket because that was the dorkiness, the whack-a-doodliness of the day. Yes. My phone is going crazy. Oh, my daughter sent me a message. Just a sec. Okay. Apparently they had a grand weekend and she didn't want to come back to reality. Imagine that. I actually wanted to come back to work just so I could rest up. Because damn, it's a busy weekend. Okay, now to something that was very heartwarming for this old broad. And an excellent example of what needs to be happening across the country. People need to start stepping up and saying, I'm calling you out on your bullshit and I ain't putting up with it no more. I shit you not, this was on MSN. I know, crazy, right? They actually had something worthwhile reading on MSN. Which, occasionally I do find one or two things worth reading. Utah cop who arrested nurse over blood draw fired from second job. Now let's see him get fired from his cop job. A Utah police detective accused of assaulting and unlawfully arresting a nurse after she refused to let him take a blood sample from an unconscious patient without a warrant was fired on Tuesday from his second job as a part-time ambulance driver. Aww. Jeff Payne, on the backside of humanity, was terminated from his job at Gold Cross Ambulance Service over comments he made while taking nurse Alex Wubbles into... I love that last name. Alex Wubbles, I wub your last name. I really do. But he took her into custody on the 26th of July. Now, remember that date, 26th of July. How long ago was that? Over a month ago, right? And it finally surfaced last week. The video. Yeah, this was captured on a body camera, and Gold Cross president Mike Moffat is the one that was conversing with Reuters. And the comments suggested that Payne, on the backside of humanity, would bring transients to University of Utah Hospital, where Wubbles worked, while transporting quote-unquote good patients to another facility, immaterial as to if the university hospital was closer and they were a critical case and needed care Now, those remarks are just not reflective of our company's philosophy and the service we provide, and because of that behavior, we felt we had to separate ways. In other words, he's an assholio, and we just can't have his kind around here. So, we're gonna fire his ass. His comments reflected poorly on the company and violated several company policies. You know, like being a human being, for one thing. You know, someone that actually has some kind of caring or empathy towards another living and breathing biped, even. Reuters was not able to contact representatives for Pain on the Backside of Humanity, who has been placed on administrative leave by the Salt Lake City Police Department over the incident, which did make headlines when Wubble's lawyers released the body cam footage. Not the police department, not the mayor, not anyone in that governmental entity. The footage shows Pain on the Backside of Humanity roughly handcuffing Wubbles and shoving her into an unmarked squad car after she refused to let him draw blood from an unconscious man who had been badly injured when he crashed at the end of a police chase. Now, also, I wish to put this out there for those of you that may not have seen the video or did not notice the weirdness about the situation. He did put her in the front seat of the car. Which I don't know about y'all, but anytime I've ever seen anybody get arrested, they never got put in the front seat. Why the hell did he put her in the front seat? Was there going to be a little bit of intimidation going on there? More so than what was already going on there? The Salt Lake City Mayor, Jackie Biskupski, or however you say that, and Police Chief Mike Brown have since apologized to Wubbles and District Attorney Sam Guild for a criminal investigation into the incident. And I'm thinking, okay, there needs to be a little bit of editing in there, because they should have either they apologized to the district attorney for starting a criminal investigation, or they directed the district attorney to start a criminal investigation. But right now, the way that sentence is written, it's rather vague as to what the hell they were doing. But you also notice that they didn't step up and have a press conference until after the video went viral. It's called a CYA moment. Assholios. PC. Hurricane Katya. Katya sounds so very exotic. Russian collusion confirmed. Oh no! Okay. I don't buy evolution. Oh, no, I don't think evolution is... If evolution was true, why do we still have gorillas and monkeys and all that other fun stuff? I mean, if we evolved from them, then why in the hell are they still here? I think evolution is just a bunch of bullshit. It's something to make the collective be actually acknowledge that they are less than those that are so much above us. So they say. So they think. Yes, Katya is a Soviet defector, but she did it via Africa, because that's where all them things stir up. So, in Soviet Russia, confirmation not great. Really? You know, I saw an article earlier today that Soviet Russia, Putin, is actually offering land for people who have Russian heritage. I do. My family is German-Russian. They got kicked out of Germany, and then they got No, wait a minute. Yeah, they got kicked out of Germany and went to Russia, and then they got kicked back out of Russia, and then they migrated over here. That's what my mom says. Gorillions of gorillas. Oh my God. OMG. That's a lot of furry critters. Lots of nanners, too. Okay, let's put... I know I shared this over on Fakeybook already, but I have not shared it over here on the Freedoms Network. No, I don't believe in evolution, hun. I truly, honestly, and truly believe that there is intelligent design, but I'm not going with that whole... I think, honest to God truth, I think that there are... I don't know that I want to call them civilizations, because that really has a very... leaves a ucky taste in my mouth, especially considering our civilization and how uncivil it is. But I truly believe that there are intelligent life forces in the universe that are exponentially farther advanced than we are. And who's to say that we are not some alien college student's science project? And when they come back several million years later, which is basically, just a few years for them, but it's millions of years for us, they come back, the professor looks at it and goes, damn, you really messed this one up. Because what's so outrageous about believing that another intelligence that's farther advanced technologically than we are, like so far advanced technologically, that we would consider them gods? Oh, you're not saying it's aliens, but it's aliens? Well, it depends on if they're illegal or not, Slim Jim. Okay, thank you for that bubbler, Rob Works. Okay, Grammy says, I think Katya came over on a Soviet sub. Oh. Popped up out of nowhere. What the hell? Beetle! What the hell? What the hell? Man, I tell you what. When that sub surfaced and they opened the hatch, I'm thinking if Katya popped out when they opened the hatch, then they must have had some kind of bean thing going on inside that sub, because that's a noxious wind that escaped from that hatch. I'm not convincing you, Slim Jim Flim. I also do believe that there is an intelligence out there that is energy. Of course, I think that we're all energy, and we're just kind of experiencing reality in the physical form right now. So, yes, there are fossils, hon. I'm not saying that there haven't been other life forms on this planet that are now extinct. If you actually stop and look at all the different life forms on this planet, there's a shitload of them that go extinct every single day that we don't even know about. So, I refuse to believe that we came from monkeys or gorillas or anything like that. Nah. I believe in mutation. I do not believe in evolution. Things mutate for the surroundings, for their environment. So they are better suited for whatever environment they are residing in. But evolution? Nah. Because seriously, look around at humanity. We have not evolved much, have we? I don't think we have. I think the next evolution is to pull our heads out of our asses and to actually realize that, everybody's here for a reason, and start respecting each other. And you got to respect yourself first. So got to respect yourself before you can learn to respect anyone else. So, let's see. What else do I need to see? And no biology in the course. True. I don't think Darwin actually believed in evolution. So there. But then again, that's my opinion. And, to hell. Opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one and they all stink. Meteor! What's that? Big old honker meteor. Sweet. You do know that there was a hell of a bottleneck, like, no, mutations are not evolution, honey. No, they're not. If mutations are evolution, why have both words? There you go, inquiring minds time. And seriously, I would like to have that explained to me. Why do you have two different words for the same thing? Mutation and evolution. Just curious. Okay, no worries. Where was I? I was going to... Yep. Dun, 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 dun. That is true, Beth. You have to behave in a respectful manner in order for others to be willing to respect you. You cannot force someone to respect you. If something is such a good idea, you will not have to use force to get other people to go along with it. Just saying. So, okay. Which one do I want to do? Because I'm really... Okay, I'll do this. I forgot to share the Utah cop thing over here on Effin. Effin. Effer. Okay. Where was I? Lost. That's where I was. Lost. Okay, where is it? Oh! Betsy, did you share this? About the great hurricane of 1780? Did you share that earlier today? I want to give credit where credit is due. Because, seeing as how we got hurricanes and hurricanes going on all over the place. The great hurricane of 1780, which, where all did it hit? Areas affected, excluding Bermuda. How do they know that the wind gusts were 200 miles per hour? Subjectivist fallacy? Okay. Claiming something is true for one person but not for someone else when in fact it is true for everyone objectively as demonstrated by empirical evidence. Ah. Okay. There you go. Thank you. I know there's an awful lot of evidence out there, sweetie, but to me that is not evidence of evolution. It's evidence of mutation. Adapting to the surroundings. Oh, I know what I was talking about. Yeah, the Great Bottleneck, 76,000 and some odd years ago. Iticanes. There you go. Iticanes. Yeehaw. I think that one was caused by Lake Toba. Is that what it was? 76 odd thousand years ago. That is true, Slim Jim. Optimal mutations survive long enough to reproduce. Suboptimal mutations do not. That is correct. But they are still mutations. Okay, back to... So, the Great Hurricane of 1780, also known as Hurricane San Calixto, or the Great Hurricane of the Antilles, and the 1780 disaster, is probably the deadliest Atlantic hurricane on record. Between 20,000 and 22,000 people died when the storm passed through the Lesser Antilles in the Caribbean the 10th through the 16th of October. Specifics on the hurricane's track and strength are unknown since the official Atlantic Hurricane Database only goes back to 1851. No duh. So how do you know that many people died? Suppose I ought to just shut up and read, huh? Or maybe I should just read out loud. The hurricane struck Barbados with winds possibly, here we go with those lovely little things, possibly exceeding 320 kilometers an hour or 200 miles per hour before moving past Martinique, St. Lucia, and St. Eustatius. Is that how you say that one? Thousands of deaths were reported on the islands. And coming in the midst of the American Revolution, the storm caused heavy losses to British and French fleets. Now I'm starting to see. Okay. The hurricane later passed near Puerto Rico and over the eastern portion of Hispaniola. There it caused heavy damage near the coastlines, and it ultimately turned to the northeast before being last observed on the 20th of October southeast of Newfoundland. Damn, that thing was an overachiever. The death toll from the Great Hurricane alone exceeds that of many entire decades of Atlantic hurricanes. Estimates are marginally higher than for the Hurricane Mitch, the second deadliest Atlantic storm, for which figures are likely more accurate. The hurricane was part of the disastrous 1780 hurricane season, with 2 other deadly storms occurring in the month of October. Okay, so if you know that kind of shit's going to go on down there, why do you move there? Of course, I've never been to Florida, so I don't know how wonderful, how beautiful, how everybody just can't wait to live down there. Okay. Sweetie? Da 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 da. Oh, that's right. I forgot. Oh, Slim Jim, you are so fun. You know, you remind me of my brother Joey. Subjectivist. He and I had several little verbal tete-a-tetes over the weekend. It was quite fun. Okay. It wasn't named at the time. Oh. Condescension is at... Oh, sweetheart, I won't be condescending with you. I truly do appreciate all of your input. I even appreciate Hansel's input. I don't agree with it most of the time, but I do appreciate it because it either makes me straighten out my perspective or firms up my perspective, however you want to look at that. Once again, thank you, Beth Z, for sharing that. And Slim Jim, honey, just to let you know, I am kind of an obnoxious little shit. Oh, I know. But Florida is such a fun way of saying it. They're not going to let me in? I'll bet they would. I bet they would, if for no other reason than to throw rotten tomatoes at me. And you know what? I can duck pretty good. Oh, hey, Grimmy's an objective subjectivist. Sweet! Oh, I want a label. Somebody quick, give me a label. Okay. Miri B is locked and loaded. Sweet! Dang, B. Overachiever. No, I'm not calling you Hans, honey. Just because I say your name in the same sentence as Hansel doesn't mean that I'm calling you Hans. And I do. I really do love Hans. He is just so fun. Own it, Beth? Okay, I'll own it. Whatever. I have been called so many things in my life. And some of them I own and I wear them proudly. And some of them I own and then throw them away. To me, it's a moxnix. Oh, okay. Now I see, Beth. Thank you. You can be okay. See, you're being brassy, which is a little on the shiny side, whereas I'm just being assy a lot of the time. And sometimes I put an S in front of it so I can be sassy. And I do enjoy being obnoxious from time to time as well. You know, go figure. Okay. So. Da, 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 da. Where do I want to go? Besides, okay, I've already been... Okay, no, I'm not going to tell y'all to tell me where to go, because you will. And I've been there already. It's really warm. And actually, I want to go to Hell, Michigan, so I can pay them $100 and be mayor for the day, just for shits and giggles. Okay. So, here's something that's really way cool. I don't remember where I saw it. Because, okay, like I said, blink my eyes, wipes the mind. But, from the freethoughtproject.com, Wisconsin moves to be the first state ever to nullify federal cannabis prohibition through legislation. Oh, joy, oh, bliss. Here we go with the whole legislation thing. They're going to legislate it and allow you to do something that you should be able to do anyway, because it is your body, after all. Oh, that's true, Grim. That's the fuel for the rocket chair. And, you know, I noticed earlier today, but I didn't get a chance to comment because, well, the phone rang again. But, yes, we can, Beetle. We can all get along. Just don't make me sing Kumbaya, okay? Because that gets stuck in my head, and then it's not pretty. Okay, Okay, in any case, you know, my burrito lady hasn't been around for a while. And I'm thinking that maybe I think maybe she got a full-time job somewhere else. And it's like, damn it, I'm not kidding. I have not had a homemade breakfast burrito in like 3 weeks. That's what's wrong with me. Damn it. I know, Slim Jim, I like to argue too. Sometimes I'll play devil's advocate just for shits and giggles. Just to see how the other person will argue. 'Cause, yeah. Okay, back to this Wisconsin, where Moosey lives. Mooseyville. Apparently in Madison, Wisconsin, it is yet another state that is moving towards legalizing cannabis for medical and recreational use. I don't want to hear shit about legalizing. I know that doesn't mean that I'm not going to hear it, but just deregulate it. Just step away from the cannabis legislation. Just say, you know what? It's a weed. And until, you know, like, what was it, in the 70s? Didn't Nixon do that shit? Correct me if I'm wrong, please. Wasn't it Tricky Dicky Nick that pretty much, or under his administration, he got credit for? It could have been prior to him. For some dumb reason, I'm thinking Tricky Dicky Nick. But, just take it completely out of there, 'cause it's a frickin' plant. What, Frumpy? Fire main rockets. Oh, thank you, Slim Jim, for the burritos. Although, you know, now that I'm talking about it, I'm thinking that I have eggs and I have tortilla shells and I have cheese. I actually have smoked horseradish cheese. Yum, yum, yum. And let's see, what else do I have? And I have some fresh peppers from the garden. And I have some fresh tomatoes from the garden. I can make, and I do have some sausage too. I can make my own breakfast burritos, but I'm too lazy. I'd much rather just eat the tomatoes and call it good. So, okay, back to, where was I? Yeah, okay. Let's see. However, Wisconsin is going about it in the most constitutional way. Oh, are they really? Because the state of Wisconsin introduced a bill last week that would effectively nullify the federal prohibition of marijuana in the state. According to the 10th Amendment setter, Representative Melissa Sargent, who is a Democrat from Madison, and 17 co-sponsors introduced Assembly Bill 482 on August the 24th. The legislation would legalize marijuana under a tax and regulate system enforced. I'm thinking a single finger salutes going on right here. I'm going to need beans. Honey, I got pork and beans, and I have an awful lot of dry beans. I can cook those up lickety split. And then, wow. Oh, I may need to go work outside for a while. Okay. Under the proposed law, a Wisconsin resident who is at least 21 years of age could legally possess no more than 2 ounces of marijuana, and a non-resident of Wisconsin who is at least 21 years old could possess no more than 1/4 ounce of marijuana. You know, y'all are number one in my books with both hands, just letting you know. The legislation would also create a licensing structure. Fuck you, who? Oh, excuse me. F-bomb, first one of the night. It would create a licensing structure for the cultivation, processing, and sale of marijuana. Additionally, the bill would create a process for medical marijuana use. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, whoo! That's a lot of squirrels. No, Grammy. I'm squirreling. Squirrel! Oh, 101 acres, you would have a reason to leave. Oh, there you go. Wouldn't. I think you're not a crook. Was it Tricky Dicky Nicky? Okay. Frumpy, are you going to deliver the burritos? You're such a sweetheart. They warned us. Dun dun dun. Be afraid. Be very afraid. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Fear porn. Fear porn. Yeah. If you aren't laid back and don't have a sense of humor, Belize might not be for you. Oh. Okay. Cool. You know what? I think the government needs to just get the hell out of the damn marijuana business. Period. Completely. Stop frickin' taxing a weed. That shit grows in ditches all by itself. Birds will come along. They will munch down on it. They will munch up some seeds. And then they will fly over and they'll shit. And some of those seeds will actually land in the dirt and they will sprout and become marijuana plants all by themselves. It's a weed. It's a plant. Leave it the hell alone. You know, the only reason that they have criminalized it is because they're still trying to figure out a way that they can patent it. Assholios. This goes on to say this bill is so much more than legalizing marijuana. It's about legalizing opportunity and prosperity for the state. The state budget was due 2 weeks ago, and Wisconsin simply can't afford to wait any longer. See? Cha-ching! The only reason they're doing this shit is because they want to fill their coffers. It's kind of like the state of Kansas when they said, yes, we are going to go ahead and join the multi-state lottery of Powerball. And trust us, the reason we're doing this is so half of the monies collected in the state will go towards the education system, will go to your schools for the children. That lasted until the next budgeting session, when they went, oh, we just don't have enough for the children. We're going to have to raise your taxes again. And where did all of those profits and proceeds from the Kansas State Lottery and the Powerball Lottery go? Well, they got eaten up with administrative costs. Kind of like all of those charities for Hurricane Harvey right about now. People, if you're going to donate to the Hurricane Harvey victims, go donate it directly. Do not give it to the Red Cross. Do not give it to an awful lot of these other charities that are online. Because trust me, the Red Cross totally sucks ass when it comes to charity shit. 3 pennies out of every dollar in some kind of strange, morphic, Red Crossian kind of logic goes to the actual charity you're donating to. The rest of it goes to administrative costs and advertising fees and yada yada this and blah 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 that. You know, because it takes an awful lot of money to run a charitable organization, don't you know? And if we want it run properly, you got to have good people as stewards running the ship. Yada yada, blah blah. And so, we got to pay these people good. Whatever happened to a charitable organization doing something out of the goodness of their heart? Yeah. I've had people tell me that I am not a very loving or giving individual, and I tell them if I am there, I will give to them. If I know someone directly, I will give to them. But I am not going to give to any of these charitable organizations that are going to eat up 97% of it in administrative fees. No. It's just a feel-good conscience soother. It's soothing your conscience because you aren't there and you aren't flooded. You really want to help? Do something. Don't just throw money at it. Okay, squirrel, back to this article. There was my public service bitch. Although I'll have another one with this one. Okay, if successful, the legislation, here we go, cha-ching, cha-ching, would make Wisconsin the first state to legalize cannabis through a state legislative process, as every other state has utilized the ballot initiative to effectively nullify the federal prohibition. No, it does not nullify the federal prohibition. According to the feds, it does not, at least. And the only way you nullify the federal prohibition is to just say, fuck you. It's a plant. We are not going to regulate. We are not going to legalize. We are not going to decriminalize. It's a plant. We are going to acknowledge its existence, and we're not going to do anything about it because it's a plant, and it grows wherever birds shit the seeds out. Oh, this pissed me off. I can't do it no more. I was really, I saw the headline and I was really, really looking forward to like, bang, holio. Okay. Oh, you guys are so funny. Let's see. Okay. But what about the squirrels? I don't know. It's all fun and games until someone drops a nut into the fire, and then they do an impression. Oh, that's one of my brothers did that. They were playing. Okay, we had a bonfire. Most people call it a conflagration, but we call it a bonfire. Fuck you. I like that. Fuck you. 1895. Oh, that's right. They did not have gender studies class in 1895. Damn it. How did we get to where we are without having gender studies in 1895? Jeez, oh, Pete. Fuck you. That's okay, now I'm dropping. No, I'm dropping pH bombs everywhere. There you go. Is your pH balanced? Are you more alkaline or more acidic? Or are you acidic? All kind of questions. Yes. Oh, shit. My phone's going off like crazy. Sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Okay. No, Rob. I'm not going to fuck him because, well, I have standards. Girls got to be a little choosy, don't you know? Just saying. Okay. Where was I besides sidetracked? Okay, I put it there. Let me put it over here. Dang, I have prattled and squirreled for over an hour now. Damn it. How the hell did that happen? Okay. This makes me angry. Wisconsin. Moosey, you need to get a hold of these people and drop kick them through the goalposts of life. Tell them that, no, it's a plant. Leave it alone. It was created by nature, and you have no right to regulate it. Are there other plants out there that we regulate? You know, as in telling it you can't grow over there because you might be beneficial to someone. Or what about that garden over in the UK that is nothing but poisonous and deadly plants? Huh? I would think if you wish to regulate something, you would regulate a deadly plant. Last I heard, nobody has died from marijuana, except for, you know, if they happen to have some on their person when a cop went, I feared for my life. Okay. Dun da da. What? Ooh, the ultimate guide to nootropics. Getting to know medicinal mushroom extracts. Shrooms. They said shrooms. Okay. I'm going to go to my recommended over in my pocket because sometimes they have some really interesting stuff in there. And then there's times when it's like, okay. Let's see. The Internet of Hate. Oh, it's by Slate. I don't know that I want to go there. Slate is kind of weird. Slate is kind of cranky. Oh, okay. Here's one. Sports fans. Thanks for reading. Like us and get the latest news and career advice from Ladders. Delivered to your news feed. No. Sorry. Oh, you're kind of cute. Hi. Okay, this from theladders.com. Sorry, don't mind me. I'm drooling because I'm looking at the picture and he's kind of cute. 3 ways to get rid of anger according to neuroscience. So, I need to listen. I need to read this and pay attention. So if you're if they're 1 inch from your face, boiling with rage, screaming and yelling at you, and all you want to do is scream and yell back, but you know that's not going to be good for anyone, well, I might feel better. I know, Frumpy, it's a gateway drug. But I have never known anyone to get a speeding ticket after drinking pot. Duh. Yeah, smoke 2 joints. Next thing you know, you're jabbing needles between your toes. Well, see, and they don't want us jabbing needles because they want to do that themselves. I saw a great big banner in town earlier today, right by the pharmacy that said, "Get your flu shots here." And if I would have known they were going to have that big banner up there, I'd have printed off a shitload of flyers that let you know all of the ingredients in the flu shot and just stood right beside that banner and handed out those little pamphlets and pissed off everyone inside the pharmacy. That could have been fun. But I didn't know they were going to have the flu shot sale today with the great big banner until like 4 o'clock this afternoon. Damn it. Oh, well. Back to this article because I want to find out at least 3 ways. So, apparently this gentleman, what's your name? It's Eric Barker. He's barking mad. Oh, well. Apparently he's talked about how to deal with others who are angry and irrational. But how can you control those emotions in yourself? Well, I know how to control them in myself. by sometimes just letting my evil twin run free. It's kind of scary for those around me, but I sit back and watch and enjoy it immensely. So, looking at the neuroscience, there's a right way and a wrong way to do it. Oh, well, okay. I got to figure this out. So, let's dig into the research on how to get rid of anger. And what you're doing wrong. And how to do it right. And how to make you and those around you much happier. You know, sometimes how to make those around me much happier is for me to leave. Just saying. Suppressing anger is rarely a good idea. Yeah. Ding, ding, ding. I agree with that one. You grit your teeth and you hold it in. I'm fine. I'm fine. Those are the two deadliest words a female can ever utter towards a male. And if you hear a female say that to you guys, run away. Seriously, run away. The good news is suppression works. No, it does not. No, it makes me crankier. You can bottle up your feelings and not look angry. However, it's almost always a bad idea. Grammy. Well, I hadn't thought of it like that. Well, hush my mouth. Okay. Okay, to go on with this, it's always a bad idea. It prevents the anger from getting out, yes. But when you fight your feelings, they only get stronger, which is true. When experimental subjects are told of an unhappy event, but then instructed to try not to feel sad about it, they end up feeling worse than people who are informed of the event, but given no instructions about how to feel. See, and that's the problem with society nowadays. You have been instructed how to feel, how to behave, how to dress, how to talk, how to look, what's more appropriate, what's more inappropriate. Guess what? I don't give two shits. Well, mainly because, you know, if I give two shits, then I have to take two shits. And I don't want to get into that whole exchange thing. So, apparently in another study, when patients who were suffering from panic disorders listened to relaxation tapes, their heart beat faster than patients who listened to audiobooks with no explicitity. With no explicitity. Oh, excuse me. There's a ly in there. With no explicitly relaxing content. You know, actually, when I listen to relaxing music, it puts my ass to sleep. And then it snores. And then you don't want to be around. Bereaved people who make the most effort to avoid feeling grief, research suggests, take the longest to recover from their loss. So, when you try to stop yourself from crying, the tears aren't cathartic. You don't feel betterwards afterwards. And anger is no different. What happens in your brain when you try to clamp down on that rage is a whole mess of bad stuff. So release the hounds. Let the evil spirits out of your building. It's actually how you release them that's important. But you do need to release them. The ability to express positive feelings goes down, but not negative feelings. Stress soars, and your amygdala, which is the part of the brain closely associated with emotions, starts working overtime. So, okay, come on, get to what you're supposed to do. I already know you're supposed to just let it out. Just go, ah! And then go, okay, I feel much better now. Sometimes I make up really angry words and people look at me weird, and then I just kind of go, okay, I'm better, and then turn around and walk away. Sometimes I feel like I want to hit somebody, so I go out and I pull weeds. Okay, so Apparently, when you suppress your feelings, the encounter gets worse for the angry person. Yeah, and you know what? See, that's that whole the straw broke the camel's back, and I used to suppress my anger when I was still married, and that's probably why I'm no longer married, because I'd bottle it up, and then all of a sudden some stupid little thing would piss me off, and my skull would split, and flames would shoot out my eyes, and the ex would go, holy fuck, all I did was just not get my socks in the hamper. Shit. So, yeah, don't hold it in. Okay, so according to the handbook, come on. Okay, I'm scrolling because I'm trying to figure out what the hell are you supposed to do. And it says, don't vent your anger. What? What do you mean, don't vent your anger? I gotta vent my anger. Duh. So you punch your pillow, or you yell, or you rant about an encounter to a friend. That's not a good idea, really? Venting your anger doesn't reduce it. It intensifies. Oh, okay, maybe for you, honey, but not for me. For me, I'm starting to think that you're not nearly as cute as that picture is, honey, because really, you're giving some bad advice. At least for me. Sharing your feelings with others constructively is a good idea, but getting it out tends to snowball your anger. Okay, share your feelings. Everybody scream and holler all at the same time, but don't start beating someone. I'm not finding what you're supposed to do. It's like they're telling me all this stuff that don't do because it's bad for you, but those are all things that I do, and I don't want to hear that. I don't like it when I'm told that what I'm doing is bad for me. Okay, sometimes I don't. What? Okay, I'm going to let you guys read that, because that just... Honey, seriously. People need to learn to release their anger in a constructive manner. Now, my way of releasing my anger in a constructive manner is going out and pulling weeds. Other people, they write things down. Other people scream and holler and punch things. Other people go out and create things when they're frustrated or they're angry. Any way that you can alleviate that stress, so long as you're not causing harm to another individual. I'm not impressed with that whole. You know what? I haven't been to FARC in a long time. Holy shit, I've been at this an hour and a half. So, ooh, and right off the bat, FARC has an asinine. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? I filed too, Slim Jim. Okay, so over here on FARC, their asinine headline is St. Paul's Highway 51 near impassable because A, DACA protesters, B, space aliens, or C, poorly designed drive-thru at new Starbucks. Hansel, is it the Starbucks? Let's check it out and find out, shall we? Apparently, it is Starbucks. Yay. So, welcome to Snarshall, where the coffee's hot, but the access is not. In St. Paul, drivers turning east off Schnelling Avenue into Marshall Avenue drive-thru of the new Starbucks coffee shop are backing up traffic into the intersection. Shock, shock. And that's not just any intersection. Schnelling Avenue, which is also Minnesota Highway 51, carries drivers through the city from Highland Park to Roseville, meeting Interstate 96 at exits a few blocks from the intersection. Did I get a payout? Actually, no. I didn't want a payout. I just wanted out. So. Oh, Hi, Gary L. I got the house and my car, Slim Jim. That's it. And one of the bank accounts. He got the other properties. He got his Harley and the Suburban and his 47 Chevy Coupe. And I got out. So there. Okay. Let's see. Where was I at? Okay. So, meanwhile, customers who have attempted to navigate the narrow drive-thru report that tight turns and scraped fenders, as well as near misses with drivers backing out of parking stalls. Brian Kennedy, a web developer, tried the drive-thru in a moment of weakness and could barely squeeze through in his subcompact car. So, obviously, there was not some forethought. And you do not realize, people, and you've got a biking lane right there too. Holy shit. Damn. These are people that are jonesing for caffeine. They're jonesing for Starbucks, and you put them through like cattle through a chute. The hell. Okay, I gotta just share this one because it's, wow, getting me flusterpated. What is that, Beth? I will smack you upside the head if you ever talk about getting married, Slim Jim Flim. And yes, Grimmy, getting out beats a payout. There are sometimes you just have to, for your own sanity, get out. And yes, I'm saner now than I was. I know that's scary, Slim Jim. Okay. So, I'm just not a Starbucks person. Tried it once, not impressed. Way too high priced. And I didn't even have to pay for it. Daughter had a coupon. And yeah, by the time she and I and the granddaughter, okay, and the boys shared something. Yeah, there was like enough for one more coffee left on a $25 gift certificate. Nah, that's too high price for a cup of joe. So, okay, where's the coffee? Where's the little coffee guy? Dun, dun, dun. There he is. Okay. Back to FARC I go, because FARC is my second favorite F-bomb. So, repeatedly walking past a gas station will cause suspicion. Doing it with no pants on will cause arrest. Oh, really? This is apparently in the dumbass category. Let's find out where this was at, shall we? Alabama. It's down there in Alabama. A man arrested for repeatedly walking past a gas station with his pants down. Just down? Well, if he at least had them on, just down. It's probably why he walked instead of running. The 29-year-old man was arrested after he repeatedly walked past a gas station with his pants down on Tuesday. This was according to the Mobile Police Department. A police report showed that around 3:40 a.m., officers responded to a Chevron gas station located at 1300 Government Street. Okay, now Government Street. Okay, was he going kiss some my ass, government? I'm just wondering, was he intoxicated? That's the other thing I want to know. When officers arrived at the location, they observed Wesley Nequan Jackson, 29, pulling up his pants. Well, maybe he just had to take a pee. The victim inside the gas station told police that Jackson repeatedly walked to the door of the location with his pants down. Maybe he was showing you that he was unarmed. I don't know. Officers took Jackson into custody and transported him to the Mobile County Metro Jail, where he was charged with one count of indecent exposure, which is a misdemeanor. But if he repeatedly did it, why is it only one count? Apparently, no additional details have been given on the incident at this time. But he remains in jail and is set to appear in the Mobile Municipal Court for a hearing on September 25th. Wow, it takes that long to get September 5th to the 25th. 20 days before you get to see a judge. Well, at least he gets 3 hots on a cot. Uh-oh. Hooty doody whatty? Wonders where who is. Oh, Grammy, are you... Quit poking Beth. She'll snarl at you, and then I'll sit back and laugh. Okay. Let me put this over on the effing side as well, just because. There's some crazy people out there. Maybe he was just needing a little bit of ventilation. I don't know. But I'm thinking that's a pretty appropriate little emoticon. So, I think it's time to go to the pig. PIGazette.com, because Hambo and Porcus are always entertaining as hell, or at least they are to me. The word of the day is dreamer. It is just a word. A college grad with a studies degree who thinks the marketplace has any use for such nonsense. Repeat after me. Do you want fries with that? Oh, that's a joke around here. Around these here parts. So, okay, I'm going to scroll down to, because they got an awful lot of really long stuff on here. If y'all want to read what's going on over here on the pig. Oh, dang, you only got 2 days. Shit, guys, you're slacking. This date in history, the 6th of September, 1939, Luftwaffe pays first visit to the Brits. Leaves a big mess. Damn tourists. Those damn Germans. They're worse than those damn Ruskies. I swear. And finally, this date in history, the 6th of September, 1958, Jeff Foxworthy born. Doctor sizes him up and says, you might be a redneck, and right now I'm going to give you a red ass. Squeal like a pig. Okay, moving along. That's all they had today for this date in history. I'm shocked. I'm shocked, boys. You're slacking. Damn it all. Or I'm slacking. One of the two. Oh, my puppies are barking. Okay. What? Gray peppermint. What are you talking about? Oh. My family is so goofy. So, let's go to... Hey, let's check out yournewswire.com, shall we? Putin tells G20 war hawks, you've no right to talk about Syria's future, which is true. Syria is the only ones that should be allowed to talk about Syria's future, because it's their piece of dirt that they're living on. Okay, this is from July the 13th of this year. I know I'm kind of slow on catching up on some of this shit, but hey. It's from newspunch.com. How did I get to newspunch.com? CIA agent confesses on deathbed, we blew up World Trade Center 7 on 9/11. Okay. He admitted to Trade Center 7. So who did the other two? A 79-year-old retired CIA agent, Malcolm Howard, has made a series of astonishing claims since being released from the hospital in New Jersey on Friday, and told that he only had weeks to live. Mr. Howard claims that he was involved in the controlled demolition of World Trade Center 7, the third building that was destroyed on 9/11. Well, okay, that one was pretty much an Captain Obvious. Mr. Howard, who worked for the CIA for 36 years as an operative, claims that he was tapped by senior CIA agents to work on the project due to his engineering background and early career in the demolition business. Trained as a civil engineer, Mr. Howard became an explosives expert after being headhunted by the CIA in the early 1980s. Mr. Howard says he has extensive experience in planting explosives in items as small as cigarette lighters and as large as 80-floor buildings. He says that World Trade Center 7 operation is unique among his demolitions, as it is the the only demolition that we had to pretend wasn't a demolition job. Well, you didn't pretend very well, gents. He claims he had no problem going through with the deception at the time because when you are a patriot, you don't question the motivation of the CIA or the White House. You assume the bigger purpose is for the greater good. They pick good, loyal people like me, and it breaks my heart to hear the shit talk. But even he admits that now, looking back, something wasn't right. No good has come from this. This isn't the America we envisioned. Well, no, because you were told a story to get you to go along. Just like a lot of other people swallow the Kool-Aid and the swillage that's put out there in the propaganda trough. They just consume that shit like, give me seconds and thirds. Honey, you swallowed what you wanted to believe. I did it too. I don't think there's a single person on this planet that hasn't swallowed a line of bullshit because it was a lot more pleasant than what they were actually observing. Explaining how the building was brought down, Mr. Howard says, it was a classic controlled demolition with explosives. We used superfine military-grade nanothermite composite materials as explosives. The hard part was getting thousands of pounds of explosives, fuses, and ignition mechanisms into the building without causing too much concern. But almost every single office in Building 7 was rented by the CIA, the Secret Service, or the military, which made it easier. Now I didn't realize that they were the main occupants of that building. Shows what I know. Mr. Howard explains that World Trade Center 7 was loaded with explosives and in strategic places. Well, that's how you do a controlled demolition. Get that. In the month leading up to the day that changed the course of American history. On September 11th, while the North and South Towers burned, fuses were ignited in World Trade Center 7, and nanothermite explosions hollowed out the building, destroying the steel structure, removing the reinforcement, and allowing the office fires to tear through the rest of the building, hollowing it out like a shell. Are you also describing how World Trade Center 1 and 2 went down? The North and South Towers? World Trade Center 7 collapsed into its own footprint at 5:20 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 hours after the destruction of World Trade Centers 1 and 2. The building shocked witnesses by coming down at the speed of freefall, indicating that it encountered zero resistance on the way down. Mr. Howard and his colleagues had done their job. Bravo! Good job, old bean. Look what you helped bring in. And we went along with this whole bullshit because we There's an awful lot of wheeze in this room. Wee all the way home. Awful lot of people swallowed even just a little bitty tidbit. Maybe not everybody, but an awful lot did. Critical mass amount. So when the buildings came down, it was such a rush. Everything went exactly to plan. It was so smooth. Everybody was evacuated. Nobody was hurt in World Trade Center 7. We were celebrating, and we kept watching replays of the demolition. We had the whiskey and cigars out. And then all of a sudden, the strangest thing happened. We all started to worry that it looked a bit too smooth. We watched the tape again and again and again, and we started to get paranoid. It looked like a controlled demolition. We thought, shit, people are going to question this. And then we heard that people from the street were reporting that they heard the explosions during the afternoon. When we were told that the BBC botched their report and announced to the world that the building collapsed 20 minutes before it actually did, at that point we really thought the gig was up. And yet, you know what? A lot of people still bought the official version. According to the official 9/11 report issued by the government, World Trade Center 7 collapsed due to uncontrolled fires. In other words, a sympathetic collapse because it felt so bad for the other two buildings that it just had to fall in on its own footprint. Oh, and these fires were caused by the debris that floated over from World Trade Center 1 and 2. What happened to the other World Trade Center buildings? Did they not collapse as well? If the official narrative was true, World Trade Center 7 would be the first tall building in the world to ever collapse due to uncontrolled fires, and the only steel skyscraper in the world to have collapsed into itself due to office fires. Mr. Howard and his colleagues feared the public would see through the official narrative and rise up against the government, demanding to be told the truth. But you know, when you beat those patriotic drums and you tell everybody it was those scary people over there that did it, and these 19 hijackers that, you know, are still, some of them are still alive, they did it. Those dirty Muslims. I'm not saying that there aren't people that are of the Muslim faith that are not dirty. Just like there are people of the Christian faith that are dirty. There are people from, I don't know of any faith that doesn't have its occasional bad apple. But painting the whole group because of a few, yeah, it's called stereotyping. Apparently there were so many loose ends, so much evidence left behind, and we thought the public would be all over it. We thought that there would be a public uprising that the media couldn't ignore. They'd be funding investigations and demanding to know why they were being lied to. We thought they'd find chemical composites in the area that prove Building 7 was blown up. Well, that's what you thought. This goes on for quite a bit, but you know what? I'm just about out of time, and this is just really, really, really depressing, and I hate ending on a depressing note. A 5.3? Really? Okay, on Wednesday, 2 solar flares erupted and the sunspot, yada, 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 yada. Magnetosphere even. Okay. Wow. Okay, so you guys are... No, Slim Jim, you are not a racist for knowing the skin pigmentation before you click the link. Dun, dun, dun. I'm trying to catch up on the chat. So what? You didn't survive if... Oh. You don't want to survive if there's no power? I could. Be a little bit of work, but I think I could do it. So. Okay, Slim Jim, you're dominant. Okay. So, let's see. One more. As always told, always leave them laughing. So let's see. What can I find that would be somewhat... Let's check out Scott Adams. See if he's got... Oh, there we go. From Scott Adams. Are the hurricanes and temperature records confirmation of catastrophic climate change? Well, climate does change, honey. So, it wasn't that long ago that climate scientists and their supporters mocked the critics who looked out their window, saw snow in the winter, and declared global warming to be a ridiculous hoax. The climate scientists were right about that. You can't predict the future by looking at today's weather, even when the weather is setting records. Likewise, my latest understanding of climate science. I wonder if this is going to be one of those where I'm going to scratch my head and go, oh, righty then. Climate science, yes, once again, because it's science, which is always sketchy at best and certainly in need of updating, is that we haven't yet seen the signal of climate change in the hurricane data or the weather extremes. But that view is perhaps a year old. Has science updated its opinion to say that 2 super hurricanes and our heat extremes are indeed a credible signal of the beginning of climate catastrophe? I watched a lot of news, and continuously sampling both sides, I haven't yet seen a climate scientist weigh in on our recent weather extremes. Perhaps I missed a few. So I have no idea whether we're seeing something statistically meaningful right now or not. Y'all do realize that the sun has an awful lot to do with the climate on this planet, don't you? I hope you do. So, the recent hurricanes and weather extremes are meaningful in terms of climate change. We really, really, really need to know that. That is news. In fact, no news is bigger than that. Even the risk from North Korea is smaller than the risk of total climate catastrophe. Okay, honey, you know what? If you want to say there's man-made climate change, I'll agree with you because they are painting the sky. They're playing tic-tac-toe up there. And that does affect the climate. I will agree to that. There's all kind of other hinky shit that they got going on that does affect the climate. I will agree to that. There is even pollution that is done by the bulk of us, either because we wish to have the conveniences of power with the infrastructure that we have. So yes, in part, we are responsible for that as well. But when you look at how much shit gets put out by a single volcanic eruption, let's stop and think here. I think Mama Nature has just as much to say about the climate changing as anything that us little peon humans have. Let's stop being so damn egotistical about this shit. There's an awful lot of other stuff that happened prior to all of this carbon footprint nonsense. You know, before the Industrial Revolution, where there were drastic changes in the climate. So did the dinosaurs fart enough to do that? We don't know for sure what causes it. So quit putting all the fear porn stuff. This is going to be one of those cranky nights, I can tell. I'm getting whack-a-doodle cranky again. And it's a good thing it's almost time for me to get out of here, 'cause damn. Shit. What's that? Deer tend to have red eyes. So do cats. Kind of creepy. Did I have gas? No, I have not yet. So, okay. I'm catching up on the chat here because it's like every article I click on is pissing me off. I just plain don't want to go there. Okay. You don't want to live without AC either? Honey, fans work just as well.
Stick out in the breeze.
Oh, well. Guess what, y'all? It's just about time for me to get the hell out of here anyway, and I'm just kind of... I need to find me a homemade breakfast burrito. Y'all been listening to Grammy's Rocket Chair here on this Whack-A-Doodle Wednesday. I will be back on Friday for the Freaker Friday edition of the Rocket Chair. But until then, if we get hit by like solar wind or a solar flare or whatever, well, it's been nice knowing you if we get turned to a crisp. And if we get turned to a crisp, it's not like we're all going to die anyway because you're all energy. This is just the physical realm. You will still be here. And I'll hunt you down. So, but until then,